Good evening, Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum to all Mind Academy viewers connecting from different parts of the globe. Welcome back to a new beginning in Mind Academy. Now, what is that we are going to embark starting from today? It is going to be an lighting up experience in Mind Academy with this yet another interesting, intriguing, and ideating process which is going to emerge. Back in, it's always said, it's the idea, the seed which matters. It was the first university of the planet, the Nalanda University. What was it special for? If you dig deep down, there is a unique and intriguing factor in it. It is a place, a hub where ideas, policies were discussed. There was a dialogue. There was a constant deliberation, which eventually turned out to be actions which rolled out to help the people who administered, the people who were part of the system to be there, to lead their and journey called life in the right direction. Now with us in Mind Academy, we are embarking one such journey here. And with me today to take you through that interesting journey is the founder director of Mind Academy. Welcome, Sri Muralikrishnan sir, to today's function.
Thank you, Bala. Indeed, a great moment for all of us here at Mind Academy. And let me also take this opportunity to welcome all the viewers that are here with us viewing this program from all parts of the world. Welcome you all once again. Thank you, Bala.
Thanks a lot, sir. As rightly said, we have people who are cutting across different continents, different time zones, different cultural aspirations with one another. But there is one common element across all. Now, what is it? It is the intent to move in the right direction. If there is an intent, where else the right place to be? It is to get associated with Mind Academy, isn't it? A place where we try our humble bit to move you all in the right direction. Now, having said that, what is this new ideation process which is going to be discussed and started from today? Are you all not intrigued? So am I. But first things first, a great Toastmaster, Madam Meera, used to say, first things first. What is it? Any process has to be deliberated in sequence. The first thing, every idea should have an unique branding attached to it. The first thing to it is to have its own logo and its own brand value equation attachment. Before we discuss further of today's initiation, let us first go for the logo release for today's event. For that, I once again invite the founder director of Mind Academy to do the honors. Sir, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Bala. And as I said, it is indeed a great moment for all of us here at Mind Academy as we proceed with our next initiative called Mind Race. And as you rightly said, let's have the first things first. And here we go with the logo release of Mind Race. Mind Race, lighting up the world. And there is the Mind Race logo for all of us here at Mind Academy, as well as for our audience members who are viewing this channel from all parts of the globe. That's it, Bala, from my end, as far as the logo release is concerned. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, sir, for opening up and helping us all to get in a position where we can light up the world. Sticking back to the same topic, first things first. So let me begin with this question to you, sir. Mind Race. Why Mind Race from Team Mind, sir? I think that is the most intriguing question which will be there in the audience mind. So I thought I'll put it to you before we begin with any more deliberations, sir.
Thank you, Bala, for that question. And it is indeed, whenever we are associated with students, parents, or teachers, we always encourage people to ask this question why. When we were kids, we used to have this question for anything and everything around us. But unfortunately, as we move forward, somewhere down the line, we miss to ask these questions, and we create some kind of a stagnant approach towards our growth. So good for that question asking why Mind Race. To answer that, let me take you through the history of Mind Academy. As you rightly know, we started almost like 4 years back, to be precise, on 4th of May 2019. And we are on to our 4th year and almost closing to complete our 4th year in a row. And it's indeed a great honor and pride for me and for you and for Team Mind, that we have been able to bring many initiatives, and that too meaningful initiatives where we stick to our logo, which says that moving you in the right direction. And we have seen how participants who are part of our program transform themselves, help themselves to move forward in their life through various programs that we have come forward with, starting with, if you say, Turning Point, and in that sequence we had Pathfinder as well as Navigator. Then we started off our next initiative called Mind Explorer. Then we went on for the elders, for the parents as well as teachers, a Toastmasters club. Then we had a Gavel club. Then we had a program called Mind Plus, then Mind Guru. So within a short span of 4 years, we were able to bring in various initiatives, that too targeting specific objectives for each one of them. And I'm so happy that, whatever objectives that we had in our mind, and it translated really well. And the responses that we get from the people who are part of the journey is indeed, something very overwhelming. And it's indeed a kind of proud feeling that it gives to all of us. And in this process, we were able to touch around 1,500 participants, 1,500 plus, I would say, participant, which is not a small number at all. And then in the process, we were able to be a strategic partners with Team Aerobotics, where our drone boy, Mr. Harshvardhan Zala, is leading that whole company, and now he has taken this beyond India, and that's indeed a great moment for us as well, being strategic partners with Aerobotics. Then we are partners with our TNU consultancy, TNC, and we see how TNC is also growing like Aerobotics. They have their new manufacturing facility set up. So, and we are so happy that we are also growing at the same time. The partners who are associated with us is also growing, and that is something kind of win-win situation that we learn and grow. That's what we always do as part of Mind Academy. Then Team Rewire, Team Indian Academy, all of them who are associated with us, indeed a great honor and indeed great proud moment for all of us here at Mind Academy. Now, moving forward, going back to your questions, if you really look, each of those initiatives or each of those partnership, they were all specified to us a specific objective, and we had a clear goal and vision about where we are going forward with this program. Now, since we have traveled all the 4 years, and we have a lot of well-wishers and participants who are been through our program, and we felt that we have a common platform, as you rightly said, where we can have these ideations, the discussions, dialogues happens, and we felt that there was a common platform which we were lacking, and the result is Mind Race. So this is one platform where we intend to have these kind of ideations, discussions, deliberations, and all kind of things that all these 1,500 plus participants and the people who are associated with them and those who are, more to join. And this is going to be a community, anything. When we started this Mind Academy, we had a long vision of having, bringing changes in the way education system is built, education system is developed, and now children learn things. And when you want to achieve that big a goal, then it needs to be a mass movement. So programs like Turning Point, it has got specific objective, but this Mind Race as a community mind, this will have tremendous potential towards that big movement. So probably we can say that this is a platform where we are taking the concept Mind Academy to the next level. We had various programs, we did it in a silo basis, but now with this Mind Race, we are trying to integrate all of them. As we say that unity is the strength. So now when all these participants from various programs are able to integrate, if you're able to integrate them in one platform called Mind Academy, Mind Race, And this is the community that we want to take the whole concept, the whole vision forward. And we call it a community, and it's a mind community. And we consider this as our world. And that is why we have this tagline for Mindrace, lighting up the world. This community is indeed going to be our world, community mind, I would say. So in a nutshell, yeah, there are many things that we can discuss in detail, but this is what it is all about, why we specifically started this initiative called Mindrace, Bala.
Thanks a lot, sir. Indeed, an inspiring moment, if I have to say so, because when you were taking through a brief journey of whatever Team Mind in this whole mind world has come across, I must say, sir, like, there were people who questioned whether this transformation is possible, whether it is so easy. But the amount of initiatives that has come through from Mind Academy has indeed been unique for one simple reason. And you were exactly addressing the same point, sir. It was the intent. When your intent is there to help, is to add value. And that's what I think is the whole summation of this massive effort from Mind Academy, which has been taken place over a period of 4 years, which has helped to position amidst a pandemic. There is a process and an initiative and a dialogue and a deliberation which is happening through. It's just because of a sincere intent to add value and help whomsoever has associated with Mind Academy to move them in the right direction. Well said, sir. It's again an interesting element. I'm sure Nalanda had a geographical constraint, if I may have to put so. But Team Mind, I think, with this initiative of Mindrace, is going to light up even beyond a geographical constraint. Did I get that correct, sir?
Very much, sir. Mind itself means, we don't have any boundaries when it comes to mind.
Very true, sir. So again, coming back to the process of this mind race concept, sir, and very interesting proposition which has been brought into the table, where from your initial briefing, what I understand is we are trying to bring it as a community aspect, where we are going to bring on many people who are associated with Mind Academy, who's going to be part of this process of this transformation. So how and when is this Mindrace is going to roll out, sir? So if you can take us through or walk us through that initial process of how and when it is going to start off, sir.
To start with, Bala, this initially it's going to be an online event. As we very well know that, anything that is consistently practiced, gets more perfect. So we are having, to start with, we are having an online weekly session. It's going to be on every Sundays. We'll be having a dialogue and discussion, as you rightly mentioned, on Sundays. And that's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Saudi time, which is like 7:30 p.m. UAE time, and 9 p.m. Indian time. And we will be taking up topics related to education, related to career, related to our mind, related to personality, and you name it, we have it. And specifically targeting students, teachers, and parents. And since we are all here for that one aim in mind, especially the next generation. When you talk about next generation, of course, apart from students, we have parents and teachers. So our main aim is to bring topics related to exams. We know that, children, parents, teachers, all going through exam fear and all those things. And we can very well bring those topics here for discussion. And I'm sure that, these, when we talk about current age students, the generation gap that we had when we were students is, if you compare the scale of it, if it was X when we were young, probably it could be 10x or 20x now when it talks about the generation gap. So parents also need, and teachers as well, need consistent kind of motivation, kind of discussion and deliberation, ideation, and all those things which is required to be there in order to have a very, healthy next generation to be in place. And that is when we feel that we can move all of them in right direction, not only the next generation, but teachers as well as parents. So any topics that can shed light to those aspects, we will be taking. we can have this channel open, and where parents, teachers, and students can themselves come and ask for certain topics if they wish to discuss. I remember when you were talking to me last week that you met a parent and they were talking about exam stress and those kind of things. Of course, we can bring experts for those discussions and things like that, and our community members can be beneficial, get benefit out of those discussions. So that's how we'll be moving forward. So it's going to be a weekly online show. We will be available online in this channel, Mind Academy. As I mentioned, it starts at 6:30 p.m. Saudi time, 7:30 UAE, and 9 p.m. Indian time. So topics we can bring in based on the discussions and requests that comes to us. And that's how it's going to be initially. And then from there, how we will see how it goes, and then we will expand. We'll have plans for expanding this community to the next level. That's how we are planning to roll it out.
Excellent, sir. So thanks to shed light on what is going to be the way in which it is going to roll off. And I think it's been quite some time. There have been many requests which have been coming forward from parent sector, because predominantly so far the maximum initiatives which have come from Mind Academy has been towards oriented either students or to some portion associated with the staffs or the teachers aspect of it. It is a great initiative. Now the parents are also going to be part of the process, sir. I think the parents who were there asking in most of our programs to have some place where they can be part of the process, I think they'll be thrilled to.
And not only that, Bala, like when you see, of course, parents, they want to be part of this process. And many times where we were struggling was like, normally most of our programs are targeted towards students grade 8 and above. Okay.
Correct,
so
sir.
all these parents, then generally they have these 8th graders, they have their siblings as well. And we were really not addressing that segment. So this platform can be very well utilized to address those things as well. So for parents as well as for the younger siblings that we are that are there as part of participants who are part of our program.
Thanks a lot, sir. And I think now the parents, if you're watching and if you have been part of the Mind Academy programs like Turning Point or Mind Guru, or the people who are associated in Toastmasters, I'm sure you must have been having many things in your mind. And if you have, I think now Murli sir have rolled over the beans for you all to take up. You can start to think, because as he rightly said, this whole forum is all about having dialogues, discussions, and deliberations. If there is something which you feel that is the top priority of discussion this forum should have, feel free to share your thoughts and insights to Team Mind. We will go through it, and for sure we'll have that as part of Mind Races concern. And also, I guess the most interesting aspect is Mind Academy is also going to take part the prime time sector, as they say, the 9 p.m. IST zone, where mostly, if you see, you tune into anywhere, it is going to be a lot of noise. I guess that's where you carefully utilize this word, healthy discussions and deliberations, so that we all can help ourselves to steer and move in the right direction. Thank you, sir, for taking us through. And if you can partly shed some light on how the overall process of this, say, whatever timeline we are going to have it, sir, how this discussions, or what is that we are going to discuss? You broadly touched upon topics related to personality, career, and education, and how that overall program, if you can just share an insight, how this is going to be, that will help our audience to keep themselves ready as we are going to have more sessions lined up, sir.
Sure, Bala. As you rightly said, as we move forward, we are already, as we said today, if you all notice, today is not a Sunday. We said that we have this program on Sundays, but today is not a Sunday, today is a Friday. So we selected this to launch this program. So within 2 days, we have Sunday coming. So our very next program is on the coming Sunday, which is 2 days from now. Where we'll be taking up something which is related to an overall transformation. So we have a program called Mind Explorer, and how it helps students for an overall transformation process. And we'll be having leaders from different communities who will be as a panel discussion we'll be having, and there will be a moderator who will be moderating those discussions in terms of how these kind of programs, even though we are talking about Mind Explorer, it's not only about Mind Explorer, it's about how important it is for the next generation to help themselves put into a zone where they can be CEO of their lives. We always tell this word, how to lead our lives, where we are going, who we are. Those questions needs to be asked within themselves. So this is a transformation program, and we will this team will be discussing more about such programs and how these programs are going to be really beneficial for the next generation, and where are the areas that they can focus in terms of getting into those programs and getting the maximum benefit out of such kind of programs. That is what we have planned for next Sunday, the coming Sunday. And similarly, we will be coming up with different aspects, as we mentioned, in terms of helping students choose their right career. What are the different career aspects? What are the new trends coming in the market, new programs available in the market. We will be discussing all those things. And on top of it, if there is any specific questions and queries that our community want to address, we'll be taking up those as well. And in the process, we'll be having specific experts coming to us from different fields who can handle those questions in a much professional way if there is a specific area of interest that you need to be addressed. So that's the way that we are planning to move forward in this whole journey, Bala.
Great, sir. Very much excited because one, it will help the next generation students to have a balanced outlook for life, not putting them into a silo that I will get into some course and then into some career and then unable to balance the overall concept called life. I think this is going to be a great learning curve. So I think along with the rest of the audience, even I'm very much looking forward to be part of that discussion session, sir, along with the other experts from this community mind world. Now, coming back to the concept of mind race, sir, it is said that if you discuss, you can bring the best out of one another, provided you keep it in a positive ambience of discussion. So what is your takeaway and thought process, sir? How this point and concept of discussion and deliberation is going to bring in and change and light up this world, sir? When we say mind race, how is that going to be an impact? What is that you're seeing as a value-adding proposition for the listeners, sir?
Bala, many times, what happens is that how much of value addition that we do for ourselves on a day-to-day basis, sometimes people are not even aware about what this value addition is all about. And by the end of the day, how much we have learned or how much we have transformed, how much more we know about ourselves. I would always consider this, if someone who is doing yoga, and there is a specific thing that they ask you to close your eyes and feel your eyes, ears, nose. And when people say that, when you're there could be a trainer or someone, when they say that, you really feel that part of your body. But sometimes what happens, you have never even, you are living your life, but you never know that, something, how to feel your thighs, how to feel your foot touching the ground. But the moment somebody tells that, you feel how you touch that ground. That is a realization that we have. It is all there within each one of us. But unfortunately, sometimes we don't tend to listen to even whatever body says. So this is a similar concept, that there is so much of information all around. As you rightly said, 9 o'clock you tune in, you can hear a lot of noise from everywhere. But it's all for us to see where we should have our eyes and ears open. And I'm sure that this program is going to be something like the example that I mentioned in the yoga, that it will definitely help you to, or the participants to see and feel which information that they want to take in and then take it forward, so that it helps them a lot as they move forward in the life. So this program is going to be a kind of a catalyst. See, it's not that we can, there is always a saying, like, it's easy to give someone fish for food, but that is not a sustainable way. But if we can help them how to catch a fish, that is a sustainable way. So this particular concept is going to be such a sustainable one, where it's not that we are here to teach someone, it's only that we are trying to help them open up their eyes and ears and find who they are and find for themselves how to transform and be the CEO of their own life. So that's why we say, lighting up the world. So it's like a candle. So that is why we exactly said it as mind rays. It's a candle, and a candle can light as many number of candles. So that's a concept that we are coming up with, and that is exactly what Mind Race is all about, where we want to light up the whole community. At the same time, we want to expand our community in such a way that everyone moves in the right direction.
Very inspiring, sir. As you rightly touched upon this concept called yoga, where the more you look within, it helps you to grow outer as well. So if you start to engineer your inner aspects, for sure, you're supposed to grow in the right direction. Very true, sir. And also it makes a lot of sense that to have a sustainable growth, you need to have constant reflections, reassessments of where we stand and what are all our blind spots. And I'm sure, as you rightly said, sir, this is going to create a lot of positive ripples around. So as you get back into the history, what was that standing point of Nalanda? It was the positive repercussion which it created across the globe. Everyone from the globe wanted to be a part of that small space called Nalanda, where you had an option to be a part of the dialogue and discussion and deliberation, so that you can also be a part of that journey. I guess, this initiative of lighting up the world from Mind Academy through this noble initiative, Mind Race, I think the intent is very clear and out there for everyone to understand and witness, is to help and to be a part of the process where things are discussed and deliberated, so that there is a positive ripple which is spread across, so that we can help each other and also to be a part of this process in moving ourselves in the right direction. Thank you, Murli sir, for taking us through that, opening up, starting from the logo release to what is this ideation of Mind Race, and to helping us understand better how is it going to be rolled out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bala. Thanks a lot.
So, dear viewers of Mind Academy YouTube channel, so stay tuned. As Murli sir rightly said, today is Friday. So, as he said, Fridays are not going to be part of the Mind Race calendar unless and until we have some exceptional situation. For sure, it is going to be on the Sunday's prime time, which will be 9 p.m. IST, which is going to be 6:30 Saudi time or 7:30 UAE. So wherever you are, stay tuned. We are going to come up with a very interesting proposition coming Sunday. It is going to be all about how to have a balanced life for the next gen. And that is going to have an interesting people in the community of Mind World who's going to discuss, deliberate, and have a dialogue here in Mind Race coming the Sunday. So stay tuned. Till the time we fall back on Sunday, stay safe, take care, and happy weekend.
Thank you all. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.